We are the slaves of modern society. We are the victims of violence, manipulation, and false promises of well-paying jobs and romantic relationships. The economic hardship, lack of a social safety net, natural disasters, and political instability made us vulnerable to this social issue. What should we do? What can we do? The education and childhood that we dreamed about remained only dreams. Is it our fault if we're left behind? Is it our fault if our future goes down? Just because we were robbed?
I was robbed. I was robbed by domestic servitude. I was held by my aunt who forced me to serve them. I left the small town holding my dream of having a brighter future. I want to study at a more advanced school in the city. I thought you were just helpful. I thought you were just good. This is not what I want. This is not what I dream of. How did you exploit me? This is so unfair. I was so tired of doing things I should not have. Should I go back to where I came from? How about my dream? How about my future? Please help me. I was robbed.
I was robbed. I was robbed by forced labor. My parents are irresponsible. They are always smoking, drinking, and gambling every day. My siblings are hungry. We were hungry. What should I do? I was just a child. Should I have been studying? Should I have been playing? Should I have been a child for once? Why do I have to be in this situation? Because of you. You neglectful parents. You made us do this. I was forced to do wrong thing. Just for my brothers, just for myself. Am I the one who is at fault? Because I was robbed?
I was robbed. I was robbed by that bondage. I'm just a girl trying to help my family. Times were tough and we owed money to my uncle. He said he could help us out, but there was a catch. He said I just had to wash some clothes for him, but then it never stopped. Every day, more clothes pile up, more stains to scrub away. I was stuck in this endless cycle, drowning in dirty laundry. I wanted to break free and run away from this never-ending chore, but I couldn't. If I left, my family would suffer even more. I was nothing more than a slave to our debts. I was just nothing because I was robbed.
I was robbed. I was robbed by human trafficking. I'm just a kid trying to make ends meet. A guy comes up to me, all smooth talk and promises of easy money. He said he had a job for me, something that would pay really well. I didn't know any better, so I agree. They give me the stuff to sell, told me where to go and who to talk to. I was trapped. They owned me and had me by the strings. If I tried to leave, they threatened me and said they'd hurt my family. I felt stuck, like there was no way out. Every day was a struggle, a battle just to survive. I wanted to break free and escape from this nightmare. But how could I, when I was just a pawn in their game? How could I, when I was robbed?
I was robbed. I was robbed by forced marriage. My family wants me to marry a man I barely know, someone I don't love. They say it's for my own good, that it's tradition, but I know the truth. They want money, they want status, and they want power. I try to tell them I don't want this, but they won't listen. They say I have no choice and that I must obey, but I feel like a bird trapped in a cage, longing to spread my wings and fly away. What should I do? I have a dream I want to pursue. My future became vague, and my childhood is nowhere to be found. I want to break free, but I don't know how because I was drowned.
I was robbed. I was robbed by sex trafficking. My mother is forcing me to face the dark screen of despair. I was afraid, really afraid. Yet, I don't have the courage to stop her from ruining my life. She said, "This is for your own good. I'll buy you a new dress later if you follow what he wants." "No, Mom, this is so wrong. You are blinded," is what I want to shout. "Yes, you are blinded by money. Why have you sold me? Why have you lost me? Should I have sought help in the first place? What should I do? I was robbed."
I was robbed. I was robbed by organ trafficking. When our parents abandoned us, leaving my brother and me to fend for ourselves, I knew I had to step up. My brother needed money for his tuition fee, and I left with no one choice but to help him. So I made up a deal. I sold my kidney to some people who promised me a lot of money. They said it would be quick, easy cash, but it wasn't. After the surgery, I felt weak and empty inside. But if the price of my love for my brother hurts like this, I'll still do it. I felt weak. I felt empty. But our parents left us with nothing. So I did something. Is it my fault? Is it wrong? No, I don't think so. I just did the right thing because I was robbed.
I was robbed. I was robbed by a child labor. I decided to work instead of going to school to make ends meet. Every day, while my classmates study inside, I am outside, cutting the school lawn. The sun beats down on me as I push the tool back and forth. My hands blistered and sore.
I was robbed, and I know education is important, but so is putting food on the table. So I sacrifice my time in class to earn a few money for my family. It's hard, but I do what I must to survive.
I was robbed, and it's hard. Every day, morning and night, I call out to people trying to sell fruits as much as I can. It's not easy balancing school and work. Sometimes, I'm so tired from walking all day, but I have to keep going. I dream of a better life, one where I can focus on my studies without worrying about money. I'm just a child. I dream of a day when I go back to school, when I don't have to trade my education for a few coins. I don't want to suffer just because I was robbed.
We are the victims, robbed of our childhood dreams, our futures stolen from us by the cruel hands of exploitation, forced into labor, sold into marriage, trapped in a cycle of abuse and manipulation. We cry out for justice, for a chance to reclaim what was taken from us. We are not to blame. We are not at fault. We were robbed of our innocence, our hopes, and our dreams. But we refuse to be silent victims any longer. It's time to stand up, to speak out, and to demand change. We deserve better. We deserve a future where no child is robbed of their right to be safe, to be loved, and to be free. We need your help, especially in these days where we seem powerless because we were robbed.